And we are live.
Okay. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Olympics on My Mind. I know all of you are buzzing right now, even after the sporting action has ended after 2, 3 hours before. But yeah, that's been the kind of day it has been today. It's been a fantastic day of Indian sports. Right from the early morning, when the action started, after every hour there was something or the other significant happening. So, and it was nicely spread also throughout the day. We are obviously going to talk about all those, main events which happened today. There's so much to talk about, to discuss. But yeah, it's been one of the most memorable days that we are definitely going to remember for a long, long time. So yeah,
Yeah,
Kapil, are you done watching or still watching on delayed streams?
yeah. So I got delayed, I think somewhere around 12:31 when everything was going on together. I think squash chalu tha or kuch chalu tha. So I got delayed and I finished like less than half an hour ago when I finished the hockey match finally.
Hmm.
So full time यहाँ से वहाँ यहाँ से वहाँ यहाँ से वहाँ
Seems
everything
like
on record.
people have been missing your celebrations, and I think if it keeps on going on this way,
Hmm.
you might have to bring your celebrations back, man.
Celebrations मतलब the shirt celebrations, right?
Any which ways
नहीं
you deem it.
हाँ ये नहीं the celebrations guys are reserved for world events. Asian games ठीक है, Asian games are great लेकिन celebrations are reserved
ऐसा
for world events.
criteria based है क्या?
हाँ है,
Okay.
वर्ल्ड में जीतने की बात होती है यार. कपिल का साउंड लो बोल रहे हैं. कर देते हैं. कपिल का साउंड लो क्यों है भाई?
For me, it is okay. Guys, और कोई बता सकता है क्या? Is it okay or there's some problem?
प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं, कपिल का साउंड लो तो मैं बढ़ा दूंगा आराम से, उसमें कोई तकलीफ नहीं है अगर एक्चुअली लो है तो. दैट्स द पॉइंट. ठीक है चल तू बोल, मैं कर दूंगा.
So yeah, I was
या
just saying कि
ओके, अदर्स आर सेइंग इट्स ओके, सो आई गेस इट्स फाइन.
hmm.
हल्का सा चाहिए
And
तो मैं बढ़ा देता हूँ.
throughout the day, right from the
स्लाइटली
moment
इंक्रीज कर दिया.
when shooting qualification started, it kept on nicely building up, right?
हम्म.
And not like so the significance of events also kind of increased right from shooting qualification till the TT semi-final and then ultimately ending it in hockey. I mean, after every single hour there was something crazy happening, and of course in terms of the amount of events which were there, it was difficult to keep a tab on every single thing. But yeah, I I'm still a little hungover to be honest.
I am completely hungover. I am like a zombie right now. I have just finished. You have still at least had a couple of hours break. मेरा तो अभी अभी खत्म हुआ है.
Yeah,
Barely.
I think.
I
Hmm.
finished and I straight started setting up the stream. But yeah, बहुत मजा आया. Great day. शुरू से एकदम everything going well. And I think we can start maybe from racket sports. All four of them delivered. Big wins.
Yeah,
Eh,
we can start from
or
that,
if you
but
want chronological.
let's do chronological. That is better.
ठीक
So
है
उससे
चल.
याद भी रहेगा. And just before we jump onto that, maybe going forward, this is something that we Indian fans can get used to it. The
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah.
right?
That this is the kind of days you want to have when you're watching a multi sports games or any sport in fact.
Yeah,
मतलब
and for Asian Games, it also differs because if you compare it with Commonwealth, so obviously the amount of events where Indian presence is there are higher in number, but there is no match to Asiads. We are everywhere, all over the place. Olympics में तो चलो ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत होता है, but Asiads in that sense is always super hectic.
yeah, sports are also much more ना कि Commonwealth में you have what 17 18 sports, Asiad में
Mm.
you have 40, so even that makes a difference. वो तो they are not showing everything. If they would have been showing everything तब it would have been even more hectic. For example, आज का volleyball match था I think against Korea or something which was
Yeah,
not shown. I don't even know right now till now the result क्योंकि मुझे मौका भी नहीं मिला
I
देखने
think
का.
they lost 3-1.
हाँ
Yeah,
हाँ नहीं नहीं आई रिमेम्बर, हाँ देखा था मैंने, दे लॉस्ट. चेस का रिजल्ट आई barely just check the chess result. I didn't even check the games or anything. So yeah, extremely hectic day, but a
3.
lot of very enjoyable.
Yeah,
हाँ,
true, true, true.
हम्म,
ठीक है,
चल
let's get started from the
फ्रॉम द
early
टॉप,
morning.
फ्रॉम द
Kavita
टॉप।
is having her own fun in the live chat, I can
केक,
see.
हाँ शी इज आस्किंग मैंने कुछ खाया कि नहीं खाया। मैंने क्या खाया? मैंने पिज्ज़ा
कपिल
खाया
ने
था। मैं पिज़्ज़ा खाया
कपिल
था
ने
11-12 बजे।
कपिल ने स्पोर्ट्स खाया आज पूरे दिन.
हाँ, मैंने पिज़्ज़ा खाया था 11-12 बजे या थोड़ा बहुत इधर
Yeah,
उधर खाता रहता है। वेफर वेफर खाई थी बीच में। ओके।
okay. So yeah, quickly talking about shooting for starters. I think अच्छा था. The
हम्म
qualification was really well done.
हम्म
Uh, Final में it was head on with China, neck to neck था, close competition. But then again, I think we also had a very brief interaction on Twitter that
हम्म
where China differentiates itself is when the chips are down, they immediately not bounce back, they become even better.
हम्म
I
या
mean, better than their normal self.
Yeah, I mean, we started better, obviously. They didn't start that well. And first of all, obviously, qualification, we finally got the final we were expecting in rifle as well. You expect कि India, China shooting में तो मतलब clear, they are the two, rifle pistol में they are the clear two top nations. So at least we first of all got that final which we wanted. And it started off very well. We led the entire way through. Yeah, in fact, even beach में somewhere I think around once China caught up at 7-7, 7-7 के बाद then there was one series where we shot very well. It was
Hmm.
like 21 plus and we went to 9-7 and then I think 11-7 we went. So at
Hmm.
that point I'm thinking I was actually remembering your quote only कि China ups its game at the crunch moment and I was gonna say कि today we did it कि 7-7 to 11-7 हुआ. But
Hmm.
yeah, unfortunately we could not get it all the way till 16.
For us, we did not do it. Only Divya, started to up her ante. But वहाँ पे
हाँ
सरबजोत का थोड़ा सा नीचे जाने लग गया था.
हाँ, थोड़ा सा लास्ट 2-3 शॉट में आई थिंक एक जो मुझे पर्टिकुलर याद है ना सीरीज थी विच फॉर मी वाज अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ अ गेम चेंजर वाज कि इट ठीक है आई डोंट थिंक द शूटर्स को इतना फर्क पड़ता है बट एटलीस्ट एज अ व्यूअर आई रिमेंबर कि दिव्या लाइक शॉट 10.5, जियांग शॉट 10.0 and then it's like Sarabjot shot something, maybe 10.1 or something like that. I think 10.1. So it's like 10.5, 10.0, 10.1. At this point, I am thinking 2 points. I have already cheered. And then Zhang shot a 10.7 and they won the series by zero point 0.1.
Yeah.
So for me, at least, that was the turning point. उसके बाद we still stayed in the hunt. 14-14 तक लेके गए हम पूरे. It was just that last one series, right, where they came through.
वो तो फिर it's a shoot off simply, no?
हाँ वो तो ऑब्वियसली इस थोड़ा लग तो रहता ही है मतलब इट्स नॉट लाइक ए चाइनीज कभी फॉल्टर नहीं करते, कभी तो करते ही हैं।
Correct.
हम्म,
So सही है, अच्छा है. Ended the entire rifle pistol program on a positive note only.
या गोल्ड
On
वुड हैव
the
बीन बेटर बट हाँ वेरी हैप्पी विद द
yeah,
ओवरऑल थिंग्स, टू
yeah,
इंडिविजुअल गोल्ड्स, 4 team goals
yeah.
and bunch of
On
other
the
silvers and bronzes.
Yeah, yeah. On the trap side again, things look good. We are in a very tough sort of competition with Kuwait for the
Hmm.
team gold.
Yeah.
I think एक या दो points पीछे हैं,
In
and
fact,
also
हाँ
two
बोल।
shooters stand in terms of qualification also.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow as well we might have a medal or two.
Yeah, it in fact started off absolutely brilliantly. मतलब first series I remember was 25, 25, 24. So मतलब I think I don't remember who shot 24 but it was 25, 25, 24 and then we had like 23s. So yeah, but it went well. और trap में anyways hopes थोड़ी कमी है but we did well. But trap में
Yeah,
main point वही है कि it's like बहुत बार हुआ है कि हम लोग की last दो series में screw up होता है and the
mm,
first three series are good, so वो देखना पड़ेगा.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Cool, good stuff. So last day tomorrow for shooting, it ends.
I think so, yeah. Trap is the last tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
मैंने शेड्यूल वैसे कल का बनाया नहीं अभी तक तो आई डोंट
Mm-hmm.
नो. आई एम जस्ट बट
ठीक है,
शूटिंग
ठीक
का
है.
तो होएगा ही. हाँ.
ठीक है, cool.
हम्म,
Quickly touching upon athletics then, वो भी starting में सुबह ही start हो गया था.
हम्म,
I think it was good. We qualified a few athletes in the final, which was on the expected lines.
हम्म,
Both the 100-meter hurdle girls entered the final. But did you see what Chinese did there? So अचानक से, so Jyoti still did a 13:03 or 13:04.
हम्म,
Two Chinese girl look in sublime form already.
अच्छा हाँ।
and they are already in the qualification also they are hitting 12-7 or 12-8.
हम्म,
I am thinking final may they are going to go even further, and it looks a bit difficult for Jyoti to not medal but to get her hands on the gold for sure.
या वो तो टफ ही है, आई मीन इफ दे आर डूइंग 12.8 12.9।
Right.
ज्योति का पीबी कितना है, 12.8 टाइप्स है या 9 टाइप्स?
7-8 या 7-9 है, which
सेवन
she
नाइन
did
तक है।
हाँ वर्ल्ड यूनिवर्सिटी में
हम्म, या आई मीन
थोड़ा
हाँ, सुबह का अगर कुछ डिसअपॉइंटमेंट था तो आई थिंक वही था स्वप्ना बर्मन का हाई जंप। शी herself was in complete tears after that, I
yeah,
guess,
but
just
I don't know. I just don't like that because I think we as a sporting, ecosystem, we should we are moved on from that kind of characteristic of a typical Indian athlete जहाँ पे आप इतने subdued हो and you immediately become so disappointing, so disheartened. मेरे को वो चीज़ अच्छी नहीं लगी to be honest. ठीक है,
ठीक
you've had a setback, तो just buckle up, move on.
ठीक है, आई मीन आई डिडंट माइंड, आई जस्ट थॉट इट्स एन आउटपोरिंग ऑफ इमोशन, यू डोंट वांट पीपल टू बी रोबोट्स एज वेल। इमोशन
Yeah.
आता है, आने निकाल देने का, इट्स फाइन।
It's a part of very much a part of the sport,
हाँ
but
exactly.
वो बैक एंड पे थोड़ी सी बात रहती है ना. एंड
हम्म,
अब obviously it was hugely disappointing for someone who has the PB in 180s
हम्म,
and considers, not she considers, but it is a X factor for her when it comes to the final heptathlon standing.
हम्म।
So obviously वो खराब गया, तो now she is almost out of the running of the medals. I don't know. It'll be touch and go only.
आई थिंक मैंने स्टैंडिंग्स देखी थी, आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक आई चेक द स्टैंडिंग्स बिफोर द 200 मीटर, आई डोंट नो
Hmm.
इफ आई चेक्ड आफ्टर दैट और नॉट, बट जितना मैंने देखा था इट लुक लाइक द गोल्ड एंड मतलब गोल्ड इज गॉन, गोल्ड
Yeah.
एंड सिल्वर आर बिटवीन द चाइनीज एंड वॉलोनिना, एंड बट ब्रॉन्ज के लिए द फाइट इज बिटवीन मतलब लेट्स से द जापानीज एंड स्वप्ना ओनली, और दो
Right.
जापानीज, आई थिंक ओडामा वाज थर्ड एंड स्वप्ना वाज फोर्थ, जस्ट अ लिटिल बिहाइंड। सो मेडल अभी भी आ सकता है, इट्स नॉट इम्पॉसिबल, बट या इट वाज डिसअपॉइंटिंग। आई विल
Yeah.
जस्ट से वन थिंग, मतलब इवन इन द अर्लियर जंप्स ना, मे बी मे बी इट्स रेट्रोएक्टिव, बट इन अर्लियर जंप्स थोड़ा सा मुझे फीलिंग आ रहा था कि इट्स लाइक, जैसे इफ यू सी वॉलोनिना, she was going like much higher than, तो 170 का जंप है, she cleared it much easily, और even 167 का 167 का जंप she is clearing much easy। स्वप्ना मतलब ऐसा लग रहा था कि शी इज क्लियरिंग, बट इट्स नॉट लाइक देयर इज गैप बिटवीन द बार एंड हरसेल्फ,
Mm.
तो पता नहीं। एंड बाय द वे,
Yeah.
व्हाट वाज दैट अदर गर्ल्स नेम, निशांत, क्या था एन से समथिंग ना, नंदिनी, आई थिंक नंदिनी वाज द अदर गर्ल।
Nandini, yes.
उसका हाई जंप देखा, मतलब द शी वाज जंपिंग सो हाई बट द फॉसबरी फ्लॉप वाज नॉट देयर।
Yeah, flop was not there, and it was more of a seated stature था उसका when
हाँ
she was, falling down.
या
स्वप्ना का थोड़ा सा ये है ना कि she doesn't have height on her side, so that's why it is disadvantage for her in terms of high jump. But still, she has a
या
185, 187 PB, which is great to be honest.
या मतलब गुड स्प्रिंग स्टेप, आई गेस द
Yeah,
पावर जनरेटेड इज वेरी नाइस। बट
yeah,
या, सो मतलब आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग कि मतलब इज दिस अ, just from a Nandini perspective, is this like a positive or a negative? Because she's jumping quite high. If she can improve her technique, then maybe she can do much better.
yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe she can do it in the future. But yeah, she definitely didn't have the flop down.
Right, right. Then towards the evening, the main thing was 10,000 meter, where we got a couple of medals. क्या हुआ?
No, yeah, I just wanted to say, तूने देखा क्या 10,000 meters, by the way?
हाँ हाँ
देखा ना तूने?
हाँ
So
हाँ.
I just wanted to say, मतलब there are so many people, at least I don't think any of them are in the comments, but I just wanted to say there's so many people on my Twitter, जब कुछ भी गड़बड़ होती है ना, the first comment always is, ये हमारे साथ ही क्यों होता है? जब कुछ भी होगा ना, जैसे इट्स लाइक वो एक एक्सीडेंटल शॉट आ गया, या गन खराब हो गई, या और कुछ भी हो गया, कुछ भी हुआ ना, हल्का फुल्का भी, सबसे पहला कमेंट आता है, ये हमारे साथ ही क्यों होता है? एंड द पॉइंट इज, होता हमारे साथ नहीं है, एज वी डिस्कस यस्टरडे ऑल्सो, सबके साथ होता है। दिस इज द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, द लीडर्स लिटरली बम्प्ड इनटू ईच अदर, we survived because we were behind them, and we
Yeah,
took two medals.
yeah. It was. I totally agree. We got lucky there because वो leaders नहीं थे. They have better SB and PBs
Yeah,
also than
yeah,
us.
हाँ, so the favorites, चलो, leaders and favorites, let's put it
Yes,
that
they
way,
were
हाँ।
the hot favorites for medals,
Hmm,
and we kind of got lucky.
hmm,
But keeping that aside, just analyzing how both of the Indians ran. their run was also fantastic, very nicely paced. Starting में थोड़ा सा लग रहा था कि वो कार्तिक कुमार पता नहीं क्या कर रहा है, he was
कार्तिक ने किया था या दिनेश ने किया था? आई थिंक दिनेश ने किया था शायद।
नहीं नहीं, गुलवीर एंड कार्तिक
अच्छा अच्छा,
गुल
द नेम इज द सेम, ओके ठीक है।
हाँ, I think Gulveer was in the back,
हाँ
but
हाँ।
Karthik was leading right in front.
हम्म,
वो strategy हमेशा ही थोड़ी गड़बड़ रहती है because ultimately the pack
इट्स गोना
uh,
कैच अप।
is up. हाँ, right. So ठीक है, keeping all of those things aside, they both of them did a fantastic personal best, which is what second and third fastest that an Indian has ever run, right?
ओके।
So yeah, so it's right after the national record and 28 early 28s में था ना, so if they are able to break that 28-minute barrier as a next step up, that'll be I think that'll be awesome for Indian long
Yeah,
distance runners.
and one of those few events where we actually ended up with two medals, right? Completely unexpected.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, तो उसके अलावा athletics में और क्या? I think that is
yeah.
everything, right?
That's about it. We can move on to the next one. What do you want to talk about?
Chronology करना है, I'll just mention quickly के I did watch the skating races. That's all. आगे बढ़ो।
Good, good, Kapil. ठीक
नहीं,
है, we'll
फिफ्टीन
talk
हंड्रेड
about
मीटर रह
it
गया।
later
अच्छा
on.
ठीक है, अच्छा वी टॉक्ट अबाउट द क्वालिफिकेशन की, क्वालिफिकेशन में तो अच्छा ही था। फिफ्टीन
Yeah,
हंड्रेड मीटर में भी पहुंच ही गए। एवरीथिंग
हाँ,
वाज गुड।
ठीक है. So then I think tennis, the mixed double gold.
Yeah, tennis में I mean I'll say the entire match na to me felt like the reverse of that Bopanna and Yuki का men's doubles loss.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 1.5 sets तक, even though मतलब you are ahead also, but second set में the score is equal. But 1.5 sets तक it's looking like you are dominating the match, and then you just got broken once and you went straight to match tie break and it's all over. And the reverse happened today. 1.5 sets तक it was looking कि Taipei has got us. मतलब पूरा we were barely keeping up with them.
Yeah.
And then एक break आया, we closed it, they upped their game. Rutuja came to the fore. Rutuja का by the way quarter final जब मैंने देखा था, I felt this girl can play. She has a weak serve, but
Mm.
she can play. Except for the serve, she's a pretty good player. But yeah, आज maybe she was nervous, maybe whatever. आज shaky लग रही थी थोड़ी.
This Taipei pair was not playing extraordinary as such. They had a very basic game. They
Hmm.
were just keeping the ball on the court, not doing a lot of errors.
Hmm.
Very basic game they were playing. It's just that we were not able to you
Yeah.
know produce that slightly better than them.
Hmm. But that's how it at least felt to me. And then Rutuja came through, and then in no time we had a tie break, and tie break में the momentum was with us. शुरू में ही lead बना ली, and that was that. मतलब वही हुआ, मतलब literally within like I think 15-20 minutes the entire match changed.
मैंने पूरा मैच तो नहीं देखा बट टुवर्ड्स द एंड स्पेशली विद दैट सुपर टाई ब्रेक एंड टुवर्ड्स द second half of the second set,
Hmm.
I think Bopanna took it in
Took
his
charge.
hands.
Yeah,
So he
took
took
charge.
charge, he became a leader, which was very evident. And then वहाँ से वो पूरा drive कर गया end तक. So that was a bit of good thing.
And did you also notice Somdev was also explaining कि they played the final with Bopanna in the forehand court. वही
हाँ.
quarter final में it was opposite. Bopanna was in the backhand court, which is his natural court. So they
हम्म.
played the final with forehand court for whatever reason. Somdev was theorizing it's because the big points come in the forehand court. So maybe Bopanna wants to take the big points. I don't
No,
understand the logic.
no. I think what Somdev meant, at least जो मैंने सुना था, that Bopanna started from advantage court this
Hmm.
entire championship. What
Hmm.
he usually does on tour is he
Hmm.
starts on deuce court because वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि deuce court में you don't have a deuce any longer. You just have single point जिससे आप जीत जाते हो when it is 40-40, right?
Hmm.
Here they play by the old rules where
Hmm.
you have a deuce and an advantage, and that is where whenever there is an advantage, it is up to Bopanna. So that is what at least I understood.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even I thought that's what he said, but I checked it. Quarter final में Bopanna was in the ad court, which is like he. मतलब I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what is called deuce court and ad court. It's like all forehand
Deuce
court,
court
backhand
है
court.
जहाँ से सर्विस स्टार्ट होती है.
So Bopanna was not in that. Bopanna was taking the advantage points in quarter final. Okay, सो जब एडवांटेज होता था वो पॉइंट बोपन्ना के पास आ रहा था, दैट वाज वेरी
रिसीव
श्योर।
करते वक्त ना,
हाँ
रिसीव करते वक्त।
हाँ, बट ड्यूस कोड एड कोड तो रिसीव करते वक्त ही होता है, सर्विस तो यू आर जस्ट सर्विंग,
हाँ ठीक है, फेयर
तो
इनफ।
रिसीव करते वक्त ही होता है। सो बट या इसीलिए, बट टुडे इट वाज द ऑपोजिट। सो इसीलिए बोपन्ना वाज ऑन द बैकहैंड कोर्ट देन, टुडे इन द फॉरहैंड कोर्ट, एंड इवन सोमदेव सेड कि द बिग पॉइंट्स आर लाइक एट 1540, सो 1540 पे वो पॉइंट आएगा व्हेन यू स्टार्टिंग the point. So I think so. I don't know add and use. My guess is that deuce court is forehand because that's the point you take on deuce, and add is backhand because that's where you take the advantage. But at least quarterfinal me he was on. He was मतलब taking the advantage points, not the deuce points. So I
Okay.
think he changed only today.
या या सो ठीक है। अच्छा था, मतलब इट इट सॉर्ट ऑफ दैट वाज द फर्स्ट मेजर मोमेंट व्हिच हैपेंड
During the
टुडे।
day, हाँ. या उसके
तो
पहले तो इनफैक्ट वी हैड अ फ्यू हार्ट ब्रेक्स मेरे को. आई रिमेम्बर ट्वीटिंग ऑल्सो कि देयर वाज
अबाउट
ऑब्वियसली द शूटिंग का हार्ट ब्रेक था, एंड उसके बाद देयर वाज दैट हार्ट ब्रेक, आई थिंक टीटी का हार्ट ब्रेक तब तक हो गया था, वेन
मान,
मानव, मानव एंड मानुष का हो गया था, एंड द अदर वन एक्चुअली.
इतना सही लग रहा था ना, दोनों सिमिलर लुकिंग प्लेयर्स विद सिमिलर
मतलब
लुकिंग नेम्स।
मतलब इट्स अमेजिंग हाउ दे आर नॉट ब्रदर्स, दैट्स द पॉइंट.
एंड
मतलब
दे वर
ट्विन्स है ऑलमोस्ट.
इन सिंक आल्सो।
हाँ ऑलमोस्ट ट्विन्स है वो दोनों जन, बट ठीक है, व्हाट टू डू. And yeah, the other one was obviously 3x3 basketball. We can talk that later, but
For
yeah, that
Manav Manoj, obviously it's a commendable job that they did, taking, head on the world number one player. Okay, even if you don't go by rankings,
hmm,
but ठीक है, they fought well, but it was in their hands. It was a golden chance. They could have won. They were playing better than the Korean pair. It's not like
hmm,
Koreans were improving their game or they were trying to come back. It was everything was in their hand. And then when they were 7-2 or 7-3 up, firstly Manush missed a couple of easy killers.
hmm,
He had the ball in his, the entire table was open for him, and I think both the times he shot it in the net. And then फिर वहां से थोड़ा सा प्रेशर बिल्डअप हुआ एंड मानव ऑल्सो देन कमिटेड
hmm.
फेयरली इजी एरर, तो
I
वहां
think
से बस।
end maybe I think they were something like 9-6 up. 9-6 के बाद they I think lost the
या
decider. बट यार टीटी में एक वो फैक्टर भी होता है ना थोड़ा कि इट्स लाइक अपने को बैठे बैठे बॉल का स्पिन इतना दिखता नहीं है. सो
हम्म
समटाइम्स इवन शॉट्स विच सीम इजी टू अस can be very tough just because of the spin of the ball.
हम्म या दैट ऑब्वियसली दैट इज देयर, वो नहीं दिखता, बट the way commentators were also reacting to it,
Yeah.
and them being, how to say, experts and
Hmm.
knowing which are the easier shots and not,
Hmm.
वहां से थोड़ा बहुत you get some fair bit of idea.
Yeah, and by the way, talking about that, yeah, Neha Agarwal is an excellent commentator. Huh?
Mm.
मजा आता है उसकी कमेंट्री सुनने
He
में.
brings in a lot of emotions.
Yeah, emotions and analytics, everything she brings in.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but
So, just a small story here. I was having lunch one fine day in my office,
hmm.
and I saw her. She was there in the food court. I went and met her, and it was really nice. Like, nice talking to her, and she's very humble, down to earth. So, commentary for sure. Yeah, she's really good at that as well.
Yeah, and yeah, talking about TT and talking about spin, I mean, obviously, then the history making moment happened later, since we are
Which I
talking
missed.
about City.
That
Acha,
was the only event I missed throughout the
okay,
day.
okay, I'll just tell you this, huh? I am very thankful today for this factor. Okay, TT के time पे, as you said, there were too many things going on. Okay, there was tennis going on. There was no, not tennis. Sorry,
Badminton.
there was badminton going on. I think there was squash going on. Athletics में भी चालू हुआ था. I don't remember क्या क्या था. But weight lifting was going on. बिंदिया रानी का तीन चार चीजें चालू थी. And I looked and ठीक है, I am on taping, but even I have a limit where my TV tapes only 3 channels at a time. और 10 sports ने तब चारों चैनल चला दिए थे. सो आई लुक एट माई शेड्यूल एंड आई एम लाइक, ये एक टीटी मैच छोड़ना पड़ेगा, इंडिया वर्सेस चाइना है, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, आगे बढ़ो, ये एक छोड़ना पड़ेगा. आई हैड लेफ्ट इट, आई हैड मूव्ड ऑन. देन just by chance, through flipping something, changing something, I happened to see the score. We were 1-0 up, and second game maybe we were something like 7-4, 6-4.
Hmm.
and I'm like, what is happening here? And I'm like, ठीक है, okay, they might have done something, लेकिन वो कोरिया में जो हुआ ना, चाइना है, वो आ जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. बट मैं
हाँ
बोला
मतलब
ठीक. हाँ, बट मैं बोला ठीक है, इतना स्कोर है, चलो एटलीस्ट मैं साइड में सेकंड स्क्रीन पर लगा देता हूँ इसको. तो लाइव है तो भी चलेगा, लाइव सेकंड स्क्रीन पे मैं लगा देता हूँ, टेप करने वाला मेरा मेन टीवी स्क्रीन चल रहा है. तो मैंने ऐसे ही उसको लाइव सेकंड स्क्रीन पर लगा दिया. एंड देन विद इन 5 minutes माई मेन स्क्रीन हैज बीन पॉज्ड, वो पड़ा है. आई एम जस्ट वॉचिंग दैट and I'm getting more and more excited, and it was amazing to see that match.
but what was it like? Chinese did not play up to their level, or Indians, the Mukherjee pair took it to them and gave them a proper fight, and they played extraordinary.
So the basic problem was they have this unique rubber, both of them.
Hmm.
Especially Aika has some special rubber. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
मैंने भी बीच
yeah.
में से,
Hmm.
so the combination of having this separate rubber plus the continuous twiddling of the brackets,
Hmm.
the Chinese were not able to read the spin.
The rubber is anti-spin. Like
हाँ.
spin is coming, it reverses the spin or cuts off the spin.
Yeah, and I think Sutirta also has pimples.
Hmm.
So मतलब pimples on one side of the racket, and anti spin भी एक ही side पे रखा है. So the point is the coach, उनका Chinese coach was done. They उसका reaction was कि इतनी क्या बड़ी बात है, तुमको क्यों ये spin समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. That was his reaction, and it
Hmm.
was जितने मैंने points देखे ना, there were so many points
The
where,
Chinese is also the coach is also a legend, right? I
yeah,
read it
yeah,
on.
yeah, and it was literally like so many points they were there where you serve and within the second or the third shot the Chinese has hit into the net. क्योंकि स्पिन समझ में ही नहीं आया, यहाँ से सर्व हुआ, एक रिटर्न आया, सेकंड रिटर्न आया, दूसरा रिटर्न नेट में. एंड अगर थोड़ा बाद में चला तो भी इट्स लाइक इट यूज टू बी सुतीर्था अटैक एंड आई का एट द एंड में स्पिन मार के डिफेंस एंड इट्स गॉन.
Hmm.
तो सो द चाइनीज वर बेसिकली नॉट, और उनके मुंह जो उतरे हुए थे ना चाइनीज चाइना प्लेयर्स के, दे मतलब लाइक दे वर थिंकिंग के वेयर आर वी, दे जस्ट वांटेड टू get out of them. And Neha Agarwal was going full time. They cannot understand the spin. They cannot understand the spin. इसलिए we are winning.
They're
And
not meddling in women's doubles, no? The
huh?
Chinese.
No,
The
they are not.
Chinese are not meddling in women's doubles, I
No, they
think.
won't because they lost, right? Quarterfinal
They
था आज.
lost the other pair also lost to the Japanese.
Oh, other pair also lost. Okay, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was like they are not understanding the spin. And then third game में it was like 4-4 or something, or maybe 4-2. And at that point, China started scoring points. They went up, I think 6-4 के score पे हुआ था. They 6-4 India was leading, and then China started scoring. And even at that point, I'm like, okay, they have now figured out the spin. उनको टाइम लगा, 2.5 गेम लगे, बट अब स्पिन फिगर आउट हो गया है. नाउ इट्स डन, अब नहीं होने वाला. एंड द थर्ड गेम एंडेड, एंड देन वी स्टिल केप्ट गोइंग इन द फोर्थ गेम. फोर्थ गेम में भी हमने मतलब पूरे हावी रह के रहे हैं. दे आर सिस्टर्स, दे हैव अ वेरी गुड इक्वेशन एज वेल. दे वर चीयरिंग ईच अदर ऑन.
They are not.
दे आर नॉट, आई थॉट दे आर.
No, they're not.
दे नॉट.
That's what I've been reading in the live chat जब भी हम इनकी बात करते हैं.
हाँ.
But they are actually not sisters.
अच्छा, I read somewhere they are, but ठीक है, okay. So they are not sisters, but ठीक है, maybe they are close friends. They are cheering each other on. They are definitely from the same state. And end में जो वो, you won't like it, but full tears आए हैं end में. जो celebrate किया है उन लोग ने, दोनों ने, पूरे tears आए, well deserved. और
Yeah.
जो मजा आया है, it
Who
was
is next for them?
I'll have to check. But
Hmm.
it was my highlight of the day. And I am very grateful कि I saw it. वरना आई एम हियर जो 3-3 चैनल रिकॉर्ड करके बैठा है कि ना भैया को सब कुछ देखना है, कुछ नहीं छोड़ना है. और वही एक मैच मैंने छोड़ा होता ना, मैं अभी ये यहाँ पे गालियां दे रहा होता मैं.
Hmm. So वही है यार. Obviously the level of achievement is so high. I was just trying to explain it to my wife कि कैसे उसको बताऊं कितना high magnitude है. तो मैं उसको यही बता रहा था. Let's say Indians getting better of US in a 100-meter track race.
Yeah,
100-meter
abs-
sprint.
absolutely,
Is that level of magnitude, right?
absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah.
But highlight of the day, मजा आ गया वो मैच देख के.
North
And
Korea next match, Weber, Sony is saying.
okay, चलो.
Any idea how the team is?
So North Korea, the only thing I know is कि North Korea lost to Thailand in the team event, जो थाईलैंड हमको हरा के गई थी.
Doubles में.
मतलब टीम इवेंट में, टीम इवेंट सिंगल्स ही होता है, बट नॉट डबल्स,
अच्छा.
टीम इवेंट
हाँ,
में.
only singles. Right.
नॉर्थ कोरिया इज अ बिट ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन मार्क दिस एशियन गेम ना, कि कहीं से भी आ रहे हैं. I mean, if you want to talk about North Korea, I guess we can transition. It's a good transition to go into weightlifting.
Yeah, are you surprised whatever happened there?
I mean,
Both in terms of North Korea and Mira, not
yeah,
just North.
yeah, Mira, I'm not surprised. Disappointed for sure. Not in terms of what score she lifted. To Hannah. Hello.
Mhm.
Okay. Not in terms of what she lifted. I am disappointed in terms of the fact that it looked like the injuries are not gone yet. And if she's been out for such a long time, and even if still now she is not fully fit, so now you start questioning whether she will be able to get back to her best,
Get
or
back to 200 level.
whether she will be able to get back fully fit and to her previous level. So
Mm.
because she clearly wanted it, right? She gave it her all year. ऐसा नहीं था कि I'll take it light or whatever. But
It was a major goal for her. She's been vocal about it. काफी बार बोल चुकी है. Asian Games medal is the only thing missing
hmm,
from her kitty, so she
yeah.
would want to win it.
Hmm,
But yeah, it got a little messy there, and she did not look anywhere close to lifting, being a 200 kg lifter.
hmm.
So,
and and she knew
unfit-
it herself, right? Matlab, she also came with a starting weights of 83 and 108. Yeah,
which is
108.
typical, which is usual
नहीं
what she
नहीं,
does.
she comes like 85 86 ना at least snatch में तो, and I
नहीं
think clean,
यार,
नहीं
88 तो snatch ही है.
नहीं नहीं 85 86 I said.
पर्सनल बेस्ट ही 88 है.
हाँ
हाँ,
ठीक है.
सो
Okay, तो बोल
85 से थोड़ी ना स्टार्ट करती है. शी ऑलवेज स्टार्ट्स विद 82 83 एंड देन देयर इज अ
okay.
2 3 kg jump. No, gradually she goes up there.
Okay, I had a feeling it was more like 84 85. If you're saying it might be correct. But yeah, I got the feeling that she's definitely not in the best of shape. And question वही है कि ना, will she ever get in the best of shape again? You
Yeah,
start
yeah,
asking.
that is a question mark. But yeah, one thing also got clear. I think for the Olympics, 200 kg is what she needs to be at. Do- Because
Minimum.
considering the
Minimum.
minimum,
हाँ.
yeah, considering
Minimum.
the way thighs did today,
Hmm.
obviously there can be improvement in them in the next 9 months.
Hmm.
But yeah, there is still a chance, totally dependent on how Mira manages her injury
Hmm.
and how well the preparation goes. But yeah, it looks worrisome for her, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't, it's a hunch again, but I don't see her getting back to that level. And मैंने उस दिन भी बोला ही था कि आज तक एक भी कंपटीशन ऐसा नहीं देखा when it is a fully jam packed competition
Hmm.
and she has fought her way towards the medal.
Hmm.
वो चीज है. We need to admit to it simply.
हाँ ठीक है, इट्स अ वैलिड पॉइंट. देखते हैं, मतलब आई थिंक मेन पॉइंट तो वही है, पहले यू गेट टू योर बेस्ट लेवल, यू लिफ्ट योर 200 200 टू वट एवर यू लिफ्ट, उसके बाद वील
Hmm.
वरी अबाउट द कॉम्पिटिशन. ये करेंटली तो आई मीन इवेंचुअली व्हाट वाज द स्कोर, 291 right?
Yeah,
108 plus 83, so yeah, that's not gonna get you anywhere close to it.
191.
191, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
191, right? So yeah, that's not gonna get you any close to a medal. And
Probably our best of shape might not be enough to medal at Paris. I don't think so that is going to be the case. कितना PB है? 202, 203 है ना?
नहीं नहीं, 205 तक गई है शायद. But ठीक
Which
है,
is
the more average base is 202 203. It's like
mm,
205 206 पे कभी गई होगी, maybe when she did the world record or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. उसके बियॉन्ड यार नॉर्थ कोरिया, आई मीन ठीक है, नॉट जस्ट 49 55 में भी दे फिनिश फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड. एंड दे
Wow.
वर लाइक, या 50 फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड हाउ जुनवी के ऊपर. तो एंड दे वर वेल अहेड ऑफ चाइना इन बोथ कैटेगरी. सो या आई मीन पीपल कैन मेक देयर ओन जजमेंट्स, कोई
ये तो
बड़ी बात
वही
नहीं है.
सिंपल केस हो गया ना. रोक सको तो रोक लो.
हाँ वही वाली बात हो गई, लाइक पीपल कैन मेक देयर ओन जजमेंट्स वहाँ पे तो. And yeah, I think somebody was asking, is North Korea confirmed out of Olympics? Yeah, at least as of now, that's the case. Because the basic idea was that even weightlifting federation did not want to allow them. They were being forced to allow them just because of legal rules. Legally, you cannot bar them. But then eventually, North Korea didn't turn up for the qualification tournament. So now they have a legal basis to bar them. So unless if
Chinese
something
must
change.
be fuming, man.
Hmm?
Chinese must be fuming. Two golds missed.
एब्सोल्युटली. एंड मतलब नॉट जस्ट मिस, मतलब पछाड़ दिया बुरी तरह से दोनों में.
It will be actually worth reading what comes out in their local press in terms of weightlifting.
वो तो ओपन ही आएगा उसमें, बहुत क्या है।
कल जैसे बैडमिंटन का प्रीव्यू में पढ़ रहा था, शिवानी नायक फ्रॉम इंडियन एक्सप्रेस, वहां पे
हम्म,
शी हैड मेंशन दिस थिंग
हम्म,
last year in Olympics
हम्म,
21 में,
हम्म,
when the Chinese pair lost to the Taipei pair Wang Ling,
हम्म।
they हारे थे जब in the men's doubles. China Chinese broadcasting channel did not broadcast the national anthem. They cut it off.
व्हाट डू मीन बाय, अच्छा ताइपे का नेशनल एंथम, ओके।
राइट राइट,
हाँ।
दे सिंपली कट इट ऑफ, वहीं पे उन्होंने स्ट्रीम वहाँ पे फीड रोक दी।
नहीं नहीं, बट वो तो आई थिंक पॉलिटिकल रीजन होगा ना, बिकॉज चाइना से इसकी ताइपे इज पार्ट ऑफ देम, तो वो अलग
हाँ,
चीज है।
that was the reason. मतलब my intention of telling this was because Chinese have a way to थोड़ी eccentricities हैं उनकी, they often tend to do such things, so
नहीं
it'll be
मतलब,
interesting to read what comes out in their press tomorrow.
आई मीन अकॉर्डिंग टू मी दिस इज अ डिफरेंट सिचुएशन, दैट इज अ पॉलिटिकल थिंग, इट
Yes,
हैज
it is
नथिंग
the
टू डू
same
विद स्पोर्ट्स।
situation.
हाँ।
मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा it is the same situation, right?
हाँ।
I'm not saying it is the same
हाँ,
situation.
ओके, या ठीक है। हम्म। बट या वेट लिफ्टिंग और बिंदिया रानी इवेंचुअली फिनिश फिफ्थ, मतलब आई गेस एक्सपेक्टेड लाइंस ओनली लार्जली। सो वही बात है कि इट्स लाइक दो नॉर्थ कोरियन को हटा दो तो शी वाज थर्ड।
कितना टोटल कितना रहा?
स्नैच में वही था 83, एंड आई थिंक शी डिड 113।
हम्म,
या 83 प्लस 113, व्हाटएवर दैट इज, 196।
okay.
आई थिंक जर्क तो दिखाया ही नहीं, जर्क मैंने नहीं देखा, आई जस्ट वेंट एंड सॉ द स्कोर्स।
हम्म,
10 स्पोर्ट्स कट इट ऑफ, मे बी सोनी लिव पे होगा एट दैट पॉइंट, बट 10 स्पोर्ट्स कट इट ऑफ।
cool cool cool.
ठीक है। और
Quickly move on to squash.
चलो।
कैसे लगा?
अरे
टीटी
बहुत
से
मजा आया।
पहले तो वही फुल ऑन, मतलब टीटी में ठीक है, इट वाज इमोशंस अटैच्ड,
हम्म।
बट आई थिंक थ्रू आउट द डे सबसे एंटरटेनिंग एस्पेक्ट तो वही था पूरे दिन का।
हाँ मतलब मजा आया बहुत, लेकिन ओनली इन द थर्ड गेम, लाइक यू नो फर्स्ट गेम वाज honestly a little disappointing. I thought Mahesh lost a little too easily.
हाँ, बट
uh,
स्टिल इट वाज आल्सो फुल ऑफ ड्रामा ओनली विद
हाँ।
ऑल द पुशिंग शविंग गोइंग ऑन, एंड वो
हाँ
देखा
बट।
था द पाकिस्तानी काइंड ऑफ ट्रिप्ड
हम्म,
महेश,
हम्म,
एंड देन 2 मिनट बाद उसने भी उसको धक्का दे दिया, टू
हम्म,
व्हिच ही फेल ऑन हिज एल्बो एंड ही केप्ट ऑन होल्डिंग हिज एल्बो, एंड
हाँ
देन
वो
ही
ऐसे
काइंड,
ऐसे करो, हाँ।
हाँ हाँ, ही स्टार्टेड फोर्सिंग कि इसको टच करके देख, तूने गिरा दिया ये वो, तो फिर वो बीच में एक कॉमेडी भी स्टार्ट हो गई थी वहीं पे।
सो उसमें देख फर्क यही है कि तूने ग्रुप स्टेज मैच नहीं देखा था। ग्रुप स्टेज मैच वाज 3 times more than this,
ओह, ओके।
एट लीस्ट। ठीक है, मे डायरेक्ट भी थोड़ा बहुत था, ओके दे डिडंट हैव दैट इंसिडेंट कि गिर गया एंड ये टच कर, बट अंपायर के ऊपर एटलीस्ट 3 to 4 times महेश चिल्लाया है एज कम्पेयर टू दिस वन। तो यू डेंट सी दैट मैच, इसलिए वो था। इनफैक्ट इसमें तो आई गॉट द फीलिंग इट्स लाइक महेश बेसिकली हैड अ सिंपल पॉइंट कि आफ्टर ही हिट्स, he hits, he takes one step towards my direction,
हम्म,
which he doesn't need to. So it's not like ये पूरा मेरे आता है, बट मारते से ही थोड़ा एक मूवमेंट उसका हमेशा मेरी तरफ होता है, which you guys are not seeing.
हम्म,
And he tried, the umpires were like no, everything is fine, and by I think the middle of the second game he had given up. He had like I have to now manage with this, and he could not manage.
हम्म,
In the group stage match he didn't give up, he kept going right till the end. And to some extent the umpires also started listening. He has got a few more calls in his favor in the group stage. Then he towards the end once he, मतलब ऐसा लगा कि shouting का थोड़ा फर्क पड़ा है
हम्म,
अंपायर्स के ऊपर भी। सो
हम्म।
उस हिसाब से दैट
तुझे
वाज द।
तुझे ये लगा लाइक लास्ट में व्हेन द पाकिस्तानी लॉस्ट इन द थर्ड मैच, तो एटलीस्ट आई फेल्ट दैट this is usually what you feel while watching Indian athletes, and for a change it is Pakistani at that
हाँ,
end.
अनदर एग्जांपल, मतलब वही हमारे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों होता है, ऑपोजिट। अनदर एग्जांपल।
Yeah, I mean उसको पता ही नहीं चला यार, within like two
नो टाइम
minutes
में। हाँ,
हाँ,
8-10 to 12-10, नो टाइम कहाँ से हुआ पता ही नहीं चला।
he got all nervy, and full props to Abhay actually, he kept his calm, बिल्कुल भी उसने प्रेशर अपने ऊपर लिया नहीं है, एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छे से वो लास्ट के 4 पॉइंट्स उसने खेले।
या एक एकदम कूल एंड काम। एंड आई विल जस्ट से वन थिंग, मुझे जो फीलिंग आया, इवन द कमेंटेटर वाज गोइंग ऑन इट, जो पाकिस्तानी था नूर जमन, ओके, his greatest weapon was his backhand slice.
बैक एंड या
He hit a lot of winners with his backhand slice, okay. But at some point I think in the middle of the third game some point in the middle of the third game his slice started giving errors, and वहां से the match started change. He fourth game के फिर towards the end he again recovered it a little bit, बट फिर भी वो उतना अच्छा नहीं था. ही वाज गेटिंग अ फ्यू एरर्स, तो आई थिंक वहां पे भी थोड़ा मैच चेंज हुआ. इनिशियली ही वाज सॉर्ट ऑफ हिज मेन एडवांटेज और वेपन वाज दैट बैक एंड स्लाइस, जो it started going to errors, and that's where Abe took advantage. And by the way, the final point itself was that वही backhand straight into the tin. So it was a indicator of where the match had been. Without, because Abe was not able to handle those backhand slices. वो सीधा जब जाके लगते थे वो छोड़ देता था कि ओके आई कैन डू एनीथिंग अबाउट दिस. दे स्ट्रेट विनर्स.
Yeah.
एंड सेकंड मैच में
Gujarat,
तो एंड सेकंड मैच में तो मुझे लग रहा था कि द पाकिस्तानी इज इंजर्ड एंड ही जस्ट प्लेइंग सो दैट द अदर टू डोंट प्ले सौरभ. इट लिटरली लुक लाइक दैट.
yeah, yeah. Just one thing, Gurraj, you could have done away with not messaging that in the comment. I was enjoying the live so far. Anyways, ठीक है. Moving on. One more thing I would want to talk about is Saurav Ghoshal. Big credit goes to him as well. The way he managed his match and the way he's been managing himself earlier, making history in Commonwealth Games with that historical bronze, and then again now, stirring the team for this team gold. So last में भी देखा था when Abe won and everyone was starting to celebrate. He calmly just walked in with a smile on his face and like a proud dad कि हाँ मेरे
हाँ,
बच्चों ने finally accomplish कर लिया है.
आई सॉ, या हरिंदर एंड महेश वेंट एंड बेयर हग्ड हिम, एंड
Yeah.
सौरभ पीछे से आ रहा है, या वी गॉट इट डन.
Uh, at that point of time, actually, I got this feeling that he's very much in terms of demeanor, personality. You can compare it with a Dhoni or a Sunil Chetri in that sense. The way he has led in this sport and the way he carries himself and what comes out from his interviews also. So very very likable personality and very much comparable to those two. That was my, at least that was my reaction there.
ठीक है. आई मीन या ठीक है, ही इज डेफिनेटली बीन अ लीडर. इफ यू आर
And
कंपेयरिंग टू,
he's a fitness freak, totally. Like
वो तो होना ही
again,
पड़ता है. हाँ.
होना पड़ता है because I don't think he has a lot of weapons in his game to be honest. Like he doesn't hit a lot of winners, है ना? तो skills इतने नहीं है, but he makes up for it using his fitness and using the court coverage and everything.
And anyways, age-wise, he has to be fit now. He's in the later part of his career, but still playing. He's in fact the only Indian player actually playing at the high level, right? Even Joshna has dropped world ranking wise at least to something like 70,
Hmm.
and Saurabh is still at 19. So ठीक है, hopefully he can bring it in singles also. Uh, वो देखेंगे.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next.
I think we have done 3 racket sports. एक चौथा बचा है.
अच्छा अभी रैकेट स्पोर्ट्स ही चल रहे थे क्या?
नहीं, अपन ने शूटिंग भी कर लिया, दूसरी भी चीजें कर ली.
हाँ, वही तो.
हाँ.
माय बैड. ठीक है, बैडमिंटन, यू गो ऑन.
या बैडमिंटन, ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट मैच बाय मैच. मतलब ठीक है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो तू सॉर्ट ऑफ कल बोल रहा था कि 3 सिंगल्स ही निकालने हैं, एंड डबल्स इज 50-50. डबल सॉर्ट ऑफ टर्न्ड आउट टू बी 50-50 ओनली. जस्ट वी स्टार्टेड लेट. they were having issues in the first half of first game, and once they started playing well, it was maybe a little too late in the first game, and second game तो फिर कितना 26-24 types कुछ गया, which can go either way. Should have closed it out.
दैट वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. काफी फास्ट पेस था यार.
हाँ, बहुत
कोरियन
फास्ट.
कोरियंस डेफिनेटली हैव इम्प्रूव्ड और वो वर्ल्ड चैंपियन बनने के
वो तो
बाद थोड़ा
अपन
आ
पता ही है.
जाता.
हाँ, और वो तो कॉन्फिडेंस भी आ जाता है.
बट कपिल, मैं इससे ज्यादा एक और चीज पे एम्फसाइज कर रहा था कल, that it'll be critical for Pranoy because it's his very first match
Yes.
in the Asian Games, and it showed in the first game, right? He was finding it difficult to settle down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the first game, I was wondering why is he channeling his. I maybe I should not say it, but why is he channeling his inner Shrikant?
The Srikanth.
मतलब
I
मुझे
said,
लग रहा था इसमें श्रीकांत की आत्मा कहाँ से आ गई है. दैट वाज माय, मैंने अपने आप को 4 बार बोला होगा यार, इसमें श्रीकांत की आत्मा कहाँ से आ गई है, क्या कर
I
रहा है
was
ये.
missing lines actually, which is
एकदम
very
मतलब वेरी सिली एरर्स.
uncharacteristic of him.
हाँ, मतलब it's like ये क्या हो रहा है, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन. That was
I
the
think
literal feeling in the first game, and even body language wise ना, it looked like he is very nonchalant, so to speak. जैसे मतलब थोड़ा बहुत when you play like a very weak player, जैसे if you are playing like a Macau or something, so जो body language होती है ना, हाँ ठीक है, तो ये मतलब थोड़ी बहुत वैसी वाली फीलिंग आ रही थी, एंड ही वाज, इफ ही इज विनिंग एंड यू हैव दैट फीलिंग इट्स फाइन, बट ही इज नॉट विनिंग एंड इट्स लाइक ही इज जस्ट हिटिंग आउट and uh, and it changed in the second game and especially third game.
It takes some time to get used to the court conditions.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just hit it off, but usually uh, any player would take some time to get used to the court condition. And Korean was playing good. It's not like he
Yeah,
wasn't good.
and I think he also had a strategy where he was like playing in patches. Matlab, he'll attack for a few points and then maybe he'll take it easy for a few points and play a little more controlled
He
to
was he
rest
was
or whatever.
he
Whatever.
was calling Pranoy on the net a lot of times, and he had a better net game, which
Hmm.
Pranoy was not able to overcome.
I'm saying about Pranoy. Ki Pranoy was doing that. He was playing aggressive and then taking a controlled approach for the few points.
हाँ,
Thoda
मैं कोरियन की बात कर रहा था दैट कोरियन वाज विनिंग अ लॉट ऑफ पॉइंट्स ऑन द नेट
on the
बिकॉज़
net.
गेम काफी स्ट्रांग था।
Hmm. But ठीक है, मतलब it the good part is yeah it came through
हुँ।
eventually and
तो वो
yeah
प्रणॉय का यही है ना लाइक ही हैज़ बीन इन सच सिचुएशन सो मेनी
before
टाइम्स व्हेन देयर इज़ ही इज़ हार्ड प्रेस्ड एंड देयर इज़ अ प्रेशर सिचुएशन
hmm,
इन मेजर इवेंट्स। आई थिंक वो एक्सपीरियंस काम आया प्रणॉय का वहाँ
yeah and then उसके बाद लक्ष्य तो धोबी बन के आया था बेसिकली,
पे।
पूरी धुलाई कर दी, पूरी धुलाई कर दी बुरी तरह से।
Was he the second Korean player जिसने लीजी जिया एंड जोनाथन क्रिस्टी को हराया? I
I
thought to check about it.
I believe so, I wanted to check but मुझे मौका नहीं मिला, तो तू बोल मैं ज़रा चेक कर लेता हूँ जल्दी से।
Hmm. ठीक है. So yeah, Lakshay obviously like Kapil is saying looked in at least going by the scores. I couldn't watch the match. He looked in sublime form. काफी sharp रहता ही है वो. And Lakshay का यही है. I always I might have a little bias towards him, but there is a reason behind that because he comes fully prepared when it matters,
Matters.
especially for the major events like these multi-sporting events. So that is why it somewhat sucks that he's not there in the singles event. Doubles guy, I think we have spoken about. It was a close match. Maybe next time Satvik Chirag play the Korean pairs, it might
Hmm.
be a reverse of the results.
Hmm. But yeah,
Uh,
Lakshya was in that form. Ke he was reminding us again and again ki why am I not in the singles?
mm,
It is what it is. But yeah, he was not in trouble right through. I saw the match. He started off with like going down 1-3, 1-4 something, and 1-3, 1-4 से भी won the first game 21-7. मतलब बिल्कुल भी तकलीफ में था ही नहीं, मतलब
and that is why because of this precise reason, I am extremely excited about him facing Li Shifang tomorrow in China. Li Shifang obviously is the next big thing that they consider in China.
hmm,
Growing up together from class of 18, playing the Youth Olympics final, and they go back a long time in history, right? So it's going to be an amazing match. And
yeah,
they both of them have a pretty attacking style also.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, same guy. He beat NG Seyong and then Jonathan Christie,
Mm.
both
Mm.
2-0
Okay.
in 2 days. Now I
Right.
don't know if he was fatigued or anything, but it never even looked like a match. It
Mm.
was one of those it's sort of a minnow match. उस
Yeah.
टाइप की फीलिंग आ रही थी उसमें।
What What about Mr. Kidambi Srikanth?
यार पहले पहले गेम में तो हार्ट अटैक दे दिया था, मतलब आई मीन आई स्टार्टेड सीइंग बिकॉज दे वर स्विचिंग बिटवीन बॉक्सिंग एंड बैडमिंटन ड्यूरिंग हिज फर्स्ट गेम, एंड आई एम ऑन रिकॉर्ड सो आई डोंट हैव अ सोनी लिव स्ट्रीम और एनीथिंग एट दिस पॉइंट, सो दे वर स्विचिंग बिटवीन बैडमिंटन एंड बॉक्सिंग, तो उतना ठीक से देखा नहीं, बट वंस इट केम प्रॉपरली टू बैडमिंटन इट वाज लाइक 16-7 टू कोरिया इन द फर्स्ट गेम, एंड आई एम लाइक ये क्या है, ये इसका फिर चालू हो गया क्या, एंड वही था, सिली एरर्स कहाँ से कर रहा है पता नहीं।
चालू हुआ ही नहीं ना प्रॉब्लम वही थी
हम्म,
he wasn't just ready to play
हम्म,
पता नहीं कर क्या रहा था किस मूड में आया था he looked so subdued his body language was so down
हम्म,
just that he wasn't in the mood to play and अचानक से something flipped वो उसका जो अटैकिंग प्लेयर है दैट स्टार्टेड
हम्म,
शोइंग अप बट कुछ तो उसके दिमाग में वो चलता रहता है obviously we can simply sit here and
Yeah.
comment about these things,
Hmm.
but he literally is a big time unpredictable enigma, and you don't know what is coming on that particular day.
Yeah.
But
No
like
one.
he doesn't have game.
Hmm.
It's just that something goes in his head
Hmm.
where he kind of muddles up everything and
Hmm.
then starts doing random things.
Yeah. The one thing I did feel is that maybe the Korean who was against him, he had good defense and good retrieving, but maybe he didn't have much of an attack.
No, he had a good defense, but he was playing to his ranking. To be honest, there was nothing in his game.
Hmm.
He looked like a top 100 player. That's about it.
नहीं, my point was कि he didn't have an attack. Attack में था ही नहीं कोरियन के पास कुछ, and maybe just Srikanth just figured that out later. That's what I was saying. But yeah, still you can't justify what happened in the first game. मतलब
Yeah,
क्या चल रहा था पता नहीं, बट ठीक है. द गुड पार्ट इज एटलीस्ट ही पुल्ड इट आउट. थर्ड गेम में भी थोड़ा स्कैरी था. आई थिंक समवेयर इन द मिडिल इट वाज 12 बॉल राइट. थर्ड गेम में 12 बॉल तक लेके गया, देन उसके बाद ही ओपनड अप एंड ही फाइनली वन.
yeah.
सो yeah, great that we won. We are in the final. India China tomorrow. But
Kal
Shrikant
वही
is
है,
a weak
they'll
link.
have to repeat a Thomas Cup tomorrow if they have to win it. 3
Okay.
0 हराना पड़ेगा. If it goes beyond that, I don't
Yeah.
think we are winning.
Yeah, even I felt that. चौथा and पांचवा match is weak. कौन है by the way, कौन खेल रहा है सिंगल? लीशे फेंग, you are saying is second. First कौन है? शी
यूची मतलब मैंने देखा नहीं है लाइनअप, बट दैट इज हाउ दे वर लाइंड अप टुडे.
अच्छा,
सो
तो
पहला था,
शी यूची, लीशे फेंग एंड एंड में कौन? होंग वांग येन या somebody वो
पता
तीसरा
नहीं,
कौन था?
आई डोंट नो तीसरा कौन है, मेरे को याद नहीं.
Okay.
बट डबल्स में उनका वही, इवन वैंग लियांग वर्सेस सात्विक चिराग इज गोइंग टू बी अ ब्लॉकबस्टर ऑफ अ मैच.
Yep.
दोनों ही टीम्स इतनी फास्ट हैं, एंड देन मेंस डबल्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ चाइनीज क्राउड. आई थिंक इट्स
Uh,
गोइंग टू बी अमेजिंग एटमॉस्फेयर. तो मजा आएगा.
yeah,
मतलब
but
अगर हम टाई हार भी जाते हैं ना, ऑल आई वांट इज ईदर ऑफ लक्ष्य और सात्विक चिराग टू विन एटलीस्ट देयर टाई. वो मजा आएगा बस.
okay. अच्छा, थर्ड प्लेयर पता नहीं, आज दे डिडंट गो टू द
लू
फिफ्थ गेम.
गुआंगजू, समवन इज सेइंग राजू गणेश.
अच्छा, लू
प्रसन्न.
गांगजो है.
लू गुआंगजू.
ठीक है. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. If we have to win, we kind of have to end it in 3-0 unless the enigma turns positive somehow in the fifth game.
या.
ठीक है, देखते हैं. But overall, lot of fun. सारे रैकेट स्पोर्ट्स ने, they gave a lot of medals also, gave a lot of entertainment, gave a lot of pride. Uh, what else do we have to talk about? Boxing.
बॉक्सिंग, यस. गुड. ओवरऑल pretty good results in boxing except for निशांत, है ना.
मतलब it's become divided, right? कि men के results are eventually pretty poor
Yeah.
and women are basically blazing the trail, so to
And
speak.
for a change in men, someone in heavyweight category is doing well for India.
Yeah, but I think he did he have a previous match? I think he started from the quarterfinal only.
No, no, he must have. No, Narendra का second match था, I think.
Second था, ठीक है, I'm not sure, but okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
well. मतलब
even if it was first, I was primarily commenting about the way he fought.
मतलब
मतलब
yeah, I felt by the middle of the second round the Iranian was done. He was not moving. He was like हो गया. नरेंद्र ने उसको काफी पीट डाला था तब तक, and
hmm.
the judges then
And
had no choice, I think.
if you notice in the highlights when they show punches,
Hmm.
they were packing some punches, both of them. It looked like a
Yeah.
pretty heavyweight fight. काफी solid punches लग रहे थे दोनों को ही.
स्पेशली वो एक फेज आया था, वही वो सेकंड राउंड के सेकंड हाफ में. आई थिंक नरेंद्र वही जब ईरान का रियली एकदम डाउन होना चालू हुआ था, आई थिंक नरेंद्र गॉट लाइक गुड 5 odd पंचेस ऑन द ट्रॉट, 4 or 5. एंड वहीं पे वो पूरा सेकंड राउंड टर्न, क्योंकि फर्स्ट राउंड आई थिंक वेन 3-2 टू ईरान, राइट. तो सेकंड राउंड में देयर वाज नो डाउट लेफ्ट, और फिर थर्ड राउंड मतलब सेकंड राउंड में, क्योंकि ही हैड द फर्स्ट हाफ, ही स्टिल आई थिंक मे बी गॉट वन जज और समथिंग, आई एम नॉट श्योर.
Hmm.
बट या थर्ड राउंड में तो देयर वाज नो डाउट कि
Yeah,
कौन जीत रहा है, बिकॉज इरेनियन वाज कंप्लीटली डन.
yeah,
बट
yeah.
हाँ, उसके अलावा निशांत का वो था, कमेंटेटर्स वाज गोइंग कि ओकाजावा की, मे बी आई थिंक इट वाज अ बैड स्टाइल मैचअप, बिकॉज कमेंटेटर वाज रियली गोइंग ऑन अबाउट ओकाजावा की उसकी स्ट्रैटेजी वही होती है कि ही जस्ट स्टेज एट द डिस्टेंस and
Hmm.
his strength is he can just get in and get out very quick.
Because he's
Simple.
quick feet.
Yeah, so he has very quick feet. He'll get in, he'll give one punch, and he'll get out. And
And Nishant clearly looked he wasn't able to figure out what to do.
exactly, और निशांत की भी वही स्ट्रैटेजी होती है, राइट? स्टे एट अ डिस्टेंस एंड ट्राई टू counter punch and try to pick the punches, but वो ओकाजावा की स्पीड नहीं मैच कर पा रहा था. तो एंड प्लस बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी ओकाजावा की, मतलब थोड़ी वो टॉन्टिंग वाली बॉडी लैंग्वेज होती है, विच आई डोंट
Arrogance,
नो. हाँ, एरोगेंस.
cocky.
So I don't know if that has an effect or not, but yeah, वो it didn't
Does
work out.
he look familiar to you, the Japanese?
नाम सुना हुआ है. I haven't मतलब analyzed this way. The way commentator gave the analysis, na, it was
He
pretty good.
was he was the one who destroyed Vikas in Tokyo.
Ah, right. Now I remember.
Hmm.
नाम सुना हुआ है, इसीलिए मैंने बोला. I have heard the name. But ठीक है.
21 का वर्ल्ड चैंपियन भी है.
Hmm?
21 का वर्ल्ड चैंपियन भी है.
हाँ, वो तो बोला ही. So yeah, but ठीक है, we got very bad draws, but still we should have done better, because अगर सिर्फ हम draw को बोलते हैं, 2 of our players have eventually lost to Kyrgyzstan and 2 of them have lost to Japan. ठीक है, both world champions Japanese, so you have to mark that. But it's not even like कि उज़्बेक से हार रहे हैं, क्योंकि फिर उज़्बेक से भी हारते हैं, कजाक से भी हारते हैं,
और
और
मेन
जापान
तो
से.
यही थे. मेन तो दीपक और निशांत ही थे. एंड
हम्म,
नन ऑफ देम इवन मेडल. फॉरगेट अबाउट गेटिंग अ कोटा.
या बट वही बात है ना, बोथ ऑफ देम लॉस्ट टू फॉर्मर वर्ल्ड चैंप्स. वही वाली बात आ जाती है.
हम्म.
या मतलब डिसअपॉइंटिंग वैसे मैक्सिमम वाज ऑब्वियसली शिवा थापा, राइट, बट ठीक है. बट ओवरऑल या द मेंस बॉक्सिंग स्पॉट, इवन लक्ष्य, he just didn't really even look in the fight, and
Yeah,
I don't think his opponent is like very accomplished or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So वो मेंस
On the
बॉक्सिंग हैज
women's
बीन
side,
डिसअपॉइंटिंग. वुमेन ने
women's
गोल्ड
side is
डाला है.
really good. लवलीना का भी बहुत अच्छा बाउट था.
हाँ, मतलब एकदम धो रखा था. प्रीति
Hmm.
ऑल्सो डिड वेरी वेल. शी यूज्ड her range excellently, and
And
उसमें भी वही था,
was pretty experienced also.
yeah, and honestly she was giving it all. मतलब the first 2 rounds were very close.
Hmm.
uh, मतलब they happened to go, I think both of them went to शायद Preeti 3-2, but they were like very close. And but वही third round तक it was clear. It was again the same thing. Kazakh was done. Like
Hmm.
1.5 minute left ना, she was done कि हो गया मेरा.
Hmm.
वो खड़ी थी बस.
By the way, did you see you Anubhav? He must be there somewhere in the chat. He had converted your reaction from yesterday's live into a meme.
अच्छा नहीं, मैंने नहीं देखा. आई वॉज नॉट ऑन ट्विटर टुडे, तो मैंने देखा नहीं.
वो कल तूने इक्वेस्टेरियन समझाते हुए बोला ना, ये क्या हुआ?
हाँ, अच्छा
तो
उसका.
उसका meme बन गया. And I told him that we should be using it on a recurring
हाँ
basis.
हाँ
जब एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी होता है ना, तो अब से वो मीम है कि कपिल का ये क्या हुआ?
हाँ, ठीक है, डाल देंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. देखो चाहिए तो तू बजर रख लेना, मेरे को बोलेगा मैं दबा दूंगा कि दबाओ.
नहीं नहीं, मैंने तो गैलरी में सेव कर लिया, चिंता मत कर.
नहीं नहीं, मैं स्ट्रीम पे बोल रहा हूँ कि तू स्ट्रीम पे बजर रख लेना. जस्ट योर वॉइस बजर डाल, वो मीम मैं डाल दूंगा.
ठीक है. चल ठीक है. आई थिंक डू यू हैव एनीथिंग एल्स टू टॉक अबाउट, और शुड वी जस्ट रैप अप? मेरे को
या आई थिंक.
थोड़ा बहुत लिवरपूल का मैच देखने दे भाई. आधा
श्योर.
घंटा बचा है.
हाँ ठीक है, आई थिंक मोस्टली तो वी हैव कवर्ड अप एवरीथिंग ओनली. हॉकी बोला नहीं, बस हॉकी आई गेस वी कैन से इट. या इट लुक लाइक रियली के. I think I'll just say one thing. There was a comment from Virendra Skina during the match. कि, who would have ever thought कि a day will come when we'll score double-digit goals against Pakistan?
या
उसका वो
एग्जैक्टली.
इमोशन दिख रहा था वहाँ पे, कि जो 2000 में जो उसने पाकिस्तान से एकदम टूथ एंड नेल मैचेस खेले हैं. एंड फ्रॉम व्हाट वी हियर, मतलब इंडिया पाकिस्तान यूज्ड टू बी क्वाइट एक्रीमोनियस. क्रिकेट में एक्रीमोनी फील्ड पे होती है, लेकिन आउटसाइड दे आर क्वाइट गुड फ्रेंड्स. आई एम नॉट टू श्योर दैट्स द केस इन हॉकी. हॉकी में एक्चुअली वो थोड़ा एक्रीमोनियस ही होता है. तो मतलब उसका वो इमोशन दिख रहा था वहाँ पे. एंड या इट लिटरली लुक लाइक वन ऑफ दोज सिंगापुर और हांगकांग टाइप मैचेस के. बस इवन द बॉडी लैंग्वेज, लाइक जो नॉनशलांस के साथ हम लोग स्कोर कर रहे थे.
Maybe
जो
it is
नॉन
more to do with our team rather than Pakistan.
आई थिंक it's a combination of both. It's not just one. They have gone down and we have gone up. There is both of it is was definitely there.
Do you want to talk about golf? Major
ओ या. हाँ
development?
ठीक है. अब गोल्फ देखा तूने? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देख तो पाया नहीं मैं भी ज़्यादा.
नहीं.
या इवन आई सॉ लिटिल बिट, बट या शी टोल्ड द कोर्स. और क्या बोल सकते हैं. मतलब गोल्फ इज बेसिकली यू अगेंस्ट द कोर्स, राइट. कंपेटिटर्स होते हैं. एंड शी डिस्ट्रॉयड द कोर्स. आई मीन -11 क्या होता है. एंड शी गॉट, मैंने देखा था, शी गॉट अ 8 पॉइंट लीड ओवर द सेकेंड प्लेस.
Hmm.
तो सेकेंड प्लेस वाज 1 पॉइंट अहेड ऑफ हर. नहीं, हाँ, सेकेंड प्लेस वाज 1 पॉइंट क्या हुआ, ठीक है, व्हाटएवर. शी गेन्ड 8 स्ट्रोक्स हाँ
नींद
सेकंड
पूरी नहीं
पॉइंट।
हुई तो
हाँ
फिर।
मेरी नींद पूरी नहीं हुई है। हाँ तो सेकंड प्लेस was 1 point ahead of her yesterday and she gained 8 strokes on her today, so now she has a 7 stroke lead.
Lead, yeah.
And
And where does India stand as a team?
India is also in the lead but by like 1 stroke only.
Oh, so others have to pull up. The second best has to pull up.
हाँ मतलब वो ठीक है, बेस्ट 2 out of 3 राइट, सो आई थिंक अदिति का कितना है, -21, एंड द
Hmm.
टीम लीड इज लाइक -27, so the other is -6. So yeah, very close to the gold. It's a lot of people think it's already an assured gold. I will just say that कि मतलब Aditi took 8 points on the thigh today, 7 points on Japan, 7 points on China. तो it can even reverse tomorrow. Golf में होता है ऐसा. And in general, I think course maybe course is seeing very high scores. तो वो भी एक थोड़ा factor है. But yeah, she was मतलब we didn't see so we can't comment too much. But score wise she absolutely blazed it. एक ईगल भी था, at least one eagle. I don't know if there are more, but एक ईगल तो at least minimum था. ऐसा कुछ कमेंट आया राइट कि she did an eagle and the hole got destroyed in the process a little bit.
अच्छा,
मतलब किसी का ट्विटर ही देखा था मैंने.
okay.
हम्म.
मतलब
ए-
literally या figuratively?
नहीं मतलब the hole literally got destroyed a little and they had to patch it up.
Oh,
The actual hole जिसमें बॉल जाती है.
हाँ हाँ समझ गया.
And yeah, Nitin is saying Ashish Lima is leading. Great. Unfortunately, equestrian आया नहीं. I had woken up like 6 a.m. I didn't woke up before that because I checked कि पहला Indian is coming at 6:15 or something. So
Hmm.
I woke up at 6 a.m. but unfortunately they didn't show. But yeah, equestrian I'll just say जिसको पता नहीं है, the way eventing works, कि you have 3 events, dressage, cross country and jumping. And dressage is often critical okay, because there you get a certain number of penalties, and then cross country and jumping a lot of people get through with zero penalties. So if you get through cross country and dressage with zero penalties, then you have the gold medal, which matlab if Ashish Limai does it. So last time just Fawad Mirza needed to do that, just get through with zero penalties, but his horse clipped one of the barriers in jumping जिसकी वजह से he jumped to silver. तो है ना,
हाँ हाँ.
तो तू एकदम स्टेशनरी हो जाता है ना, मुझे डर लगता है.
चेक करने लग गया था स्कोर. ठीक है.
Hmm.
चलो, we'll catch up again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, so we'll do tomorrow. Schedule मेरे को भी बनाना बाकी है. But yeah, I am guessing Sunday है. It must be a big day only.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
चेस मैंने आज
Football
बोला नहीं,
stuff.
लेकिन मैंने ज़्यादा देखा भी नहीं था. स्कोर सबको पता है, देख लियो.
Thank
चलो.
you. Thanks for that, Kapil.
ठीक है. चलो
चलो.
फिर.
Guys,
बाय बाय गाइस. सी यू
bye
टुमारो.
bye. हो गया?
नहीं नहीं रुक. हो जाता है मैं तब तेरे को बोल